Today we're going to be learning how to create a free online textbook using just a few tools from Google that are also free. This video is intended for educators only on how to create their own interactive and online textbook with no money. The first step you need to do is, using your standards and counting curriculum documents, create a course outline. The course outline will become the different chapters in the textbook, so it's important that you order and sequence these ahead of time. If you don't, you're going to spend more time organizing later. Step 2. Use the Google Sites app to create your textbook. You must have a Google account for this. You can get one for free, or your county may provide a Google Apps account. You can access your Google Apps from this icon. It looks like 9 squares up in the upper right-hand corner, right beside of your username. When you click on that, you'll have a drop-down menu. You need to use the Sites app. I've circled it so that you can see what it looks like. You'll then hit Create and then follow the directions for formatting your site. There are multiple formats and templates already out there. You can either use a blank one, create your own, or you can use one that somebody's already created. Make sure to give your site a name where you'll know exactly what it is, and it should have to do with the topic that you're teaching. Step 3. After you've selected your format for the textbook, create your cover page. This will be the first page that all users will see, so it should be easy to navigate and be visually appealing. The better it looks, the more people will want to use it. That's a simple terminology for that. My format I used was the Book Codex. I think that's what it's called, but it was already a pre-designed template set up in Google. So all you have to do is search that and you should be able to find it. It'll come up and you'll be able to edit it directly as soon as you hit Create. I have mine set up like this so that it is easy to see, easy to navigate. I can click on the table of contents a little bit later after we have it all linked up, and it'll take me to the different chapters. This is the first step though. Make sure you create this page. Step 4. Create a table of contents by adding a new page to your site. Your course outline that you created earlier will become the chapter. Click here to add a new page to your site. This page will show up. You need to type in the name of your page. In this case, it's the table of contents. And then, for organization purposes, put your page under your cover page. My cover page is called Example because this is an example textbook. Once you have both of those things typed in, hit Create. It will automatically take you to your table of contents, where now you'll format your table of contents to include all the chapters you will need and then hit Save. It's important that you hit Save after you make any changes, otherwise it will all be deleted. Step 5. Create a new page for each chapter of the textbook. Follow all the directions that you did for the table of contents where you click on the Add a New Page icon. Make sure to type in what the chapter is and then put it under the table of contents. This will just make it easier when somebody uses the sitemap feature for your website. Step 6. You may choose to create a new page for each part of the chapter, or you can link your assignments directly into the chapter. This is the point where you will have to use your Google Drive. Go ahead and log in to your Google account if you're not already logged in, and you can go to your Google Drive. Upload any of the files you want to use for the textbook. In this case, I'm going to use the textbook presentation that I've already created. You'll need to right-click on the document you want to include in the textbook, and then click on Share. It will bring up another drop-down menu. Just hit Share again, and it'll take you to this. Click on Advanced. We need to share it with the public. It'll bring up this menu. We'll need to hit Change. So click on Change, and we need to change it to Own Anyone with the Link. You can either do Own Anyone with the Link or Own Public on the web. We just need it so that anybody can access the information without having to have a Google account or log in. This is particularly important for students that don't have a Google account. And then hit Save. It takes you directly back to this page. You'll need to copy the link. Now go back to the textbook. It helps to have different tabs at the top so you can flip back and forth. Highlight the word that you would like linked to the assignment. In this case, it's textbook presentation for me. You'll click on the link button. It automatically defaults when you click on this to go to Sites page, so we need to change it to web address. We'll paste the link that we copied before into that link to this URL. OK. After that, we're ready to link up our table of contents and chapters to the rest of the textbook to allow for easy navigation. This makes it very smooth and easy for anybody to find any document in this textbook. In order to do this, we'll go back to the home page, our cover page. We need to click on the edit feature. It looks like a pencil. So click there to edit the page. And then we're going to do the same thing we did before to link up an assignment. We'll highlight the words we'd like linked, and then click on the link button. It'll pull this up again. We don't need to change it this time to web address. We need to leave it on Sites page. We'll click the plus sign beside the cover page title so that it'll drop down the menu. We'll then click on Table of Contents since we're wanting to link up the table of contents. And then we'll click OK. It is now linked up to our table of contents. So if we wanted to click on the table of contents, it would take us directly to that page. And then make sure we hit Save before we do anything else. We'll repeat this process for each chapter in the textbook. I'm not going to go through every page in this textbook, but essentially it's the same process over and over and over again. You'll really get the hang of it the more you do it because you'll realize that it's really the same process. Some tips and hints that I've learned through doing this. Organize your files in Google Drive by chapter by using folders. That way you can easily find things. It also makes it very, very easy to go through and link up assignments by chapter. Sequence your units before you start uploading files to your Google Drive. Once you start uploading files, the more you have, the harder it'll be to organize this later. So go ahead and figure out which activities you want first and upload those in first. Name your files so that they may be easily organized and updated throughout time. The whole point of a digital textbook is so that you can update it in an instant. You can change what's in there. So you need to make sure you name these files so that you can easily find things, pull them out, organize them again, because this will be something that needs to be constantly updated. And then save all of your files on a flash drive or hard drive along with uploading them to Google Drive. I have mine saved on a flash drive and a portable hard drive. Just make sure the same thing applies where you name them and then put them into folders so that you can find each chapter. And then remember that this is a long-term project that will never be truly complete. It took me about a year to build in all the curriculum into one textbook. And it's one of those things that I don't think will ever be finished because the more I look at it and realize that I need to include more information, the more I realize it'll never be complete. So keep that in mind. It's not something that will take constant work once it's set up and complete, but you will need to go back and update it to include new information and review over old information and make sure you still want to include that. I hope this video was helpful to everybody in getting started with this, but it's not the end-all be-all video for this. Please use some of the Google Helps because Google does a great job at providing videos to get you started on some of the features that they have. Thank you.